Yo, what up, mother pluckers? Welcome to another episode of a Night Trap podcast. And today we have two special guests. And like I always say, one more special than the other, but I'm not going to say which one is the more special. I always do that shit just to mess with Sucio. But first...
You know my ego is fragile. My ego is fragile, dog. Anyways, what up, baby? It's Sucio, a.k.a. Cerberus, a.k.a. Top Supreme, a.k.a. Kovika-chan, a.k.a. Lesbian Wolverine, a.k.a. everybody's mom's ex-boyfriend. And welcome back to another special episode of Night Trap Podcast. I say this because I'm very humbled to bring this artist on, this man on. I respect him so much because of a lot of things he does. We have strange histories together. It's an amazing time. This is my homie GAMBOL, aka. Please introduce yourself, brother. I know you have 10,000 other names than what I'm giving you.
What up, everybody? This is GAMBOL Music. I also go by Ancient Curses and also GAMBOL for President by some of my artists. I'm glad to be on the Night Trap podcast. I see you got the Mortal Kombat arcade right there. I think after quarantine's over, I'm gonna have to pick you up on a challenge so you can go best 2 out of 3.
Oh, shit.
And this shit has King of Fighters, it has Samurai Showdown, it has everything, dude. So.
Oh, that one has like 1,000.
Oh my goodness.
Now we're really... And we still gotta build.
I might just take that home.
We still gotta build the Star Wars one that got delivered, and it's been sitting there. We were gonna do an episode about it for May the 4th, and now the cade is just sitting there. So, anyways, Mijo, thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you being on the show. Like I said, I respect you for a lot of things. I bring you on this show because obviously we try to big up people who are doing things in El Paso and not just doing things, but doing their own thing. I know you have a series. You make a lot of music. You make music. Yeah. I've heard you make jungle, trance. I've heard you make house music. I've heard you make techno. I've heard you make a lot of hip-hop, experimental hip-hop. I mean, I've heard you make everything across the board. Now, I know you always release stuff. You have this series. One of them is called Continue. Continue is a video game-based series that's, very, very live. It's very dumb. I mean, please explain that to me. And I know I'm your friend. And I still don't have the grasp of it. So please explain. Continue from. I'm sorry.
Well, I was explaining the Continue series, which is
please start from there because that's where we cut out too. Okay.
Yeah, that's my pride and joy. So it basically just combines my pastime, which is video games and beats. That's basically what I've been about my entire life. Just the video games and the hip hop. And I got older and I never grew out of the video games and I never grew out of the beats thing. I combined the two. Sometimes I don't know if I want to play video games or come in the studio and make beats, And sometimes I can come here, sit with the MPC and the Switch, and I'll be playing right here and sampling at the same time, and then I'll push pause and then I'll make a quick beat, So it basically just combines just my two favorite things, just the beats and the video games, man.
So I'm gonna sit here and say this. So you don't influences. I've heard a lot of influences. List them off for me. Ninja Gaiden, obviously Super Nintendo. I mean, I know you do the abstract stuff. Please tell people these little Easter eggs that are waiting in your song because I know you have thousands of them, literally thousands of them in every song.
Yeah, literally. Well, I've done like my favorites are like the NBA Jam track. It's on my new one, Continue 5.
Oh, this is the new one. Oh, yeah.
The from the NBA Jam, which is a kid's game, but adults can get into it too. I did some stuff for Angry Video Game Nerd, who's like the coolest on YouTube, really. I did a tribute to him, and I've done some cool like Street Fighter. My Street Fighter track on Continue 2, it was like a favorite amongst the fans. And like basically every single video game is open for me to sample. And musically, I do get a big influence from DiBiase, who's been doing the video game beats, basically the same amount of time that I have, but he's a lot more known for that. So I do get a lot of inspiration from that.
So shout out influencers.
Let me jump in really quick because I used to be, and I say used to be just because like now I'm doing this, but I used to be really into
I'm sorry, we're such a step down.
No.
I'm sorry, we're such a fucking letdown.
That's not what I'm saying because it's fucking hard to make video game music, but I was really into it back in the day. I remember the thing that started me really into trying to see how to create 8-bit and 16-bit kind of music was this group of DJs called the 8-bit operators. I think it included like Kraftwerk and different ones, but that's when they started using the Game Boy to program music. And I had that program and I had that cartridge. It's called the LSDJ. I don't know did you ever use it? But that shit is fucking hard. It's like coding. And I was like, what the fuck? But go ahead.
It's not intuitive. Like you gotta learn how the program works. That's what makes it hard to use. But there's festivals, video game music festivals that they have. There will be one in Medellin, and they got, of course it's not happening, but all video game music artists, a lot of people, using the Game Boy, that exact program you're talking about.
Let me. I have another question because I know that I just wanted to see if you had used the LSDJ because like when I had it, it's fucking hard. But before that, I think it was like 1999. There was a video game for the PlayStation for that MTV released that was called Music Generator. And you could pretty much make trance, drum and bass. You could do whatever. And I used to have cassettes where I did my music and I put it on that shit because it was easy. Because that's another thing. You say you're into beats and video games. Well, I'm into beats and video games in a different way because I play the drums and I play video games, but I always found it a little hard. Now, when I started listening to your music, I immediately, heard the little bits and pieces there that you put from video games. I don't know if you know any other artists that use video game music like that, because there's this one, I don't know if you heard him. His name is Rainbow Dragon Eyes, and his music is death metal, but all the music is done with the Game Boy LSDJ, and only his voice is and it's fucking crazy because it doesn't sound death metal, but it is. And I highly recommend it just so that you hear the music. But I wanted to know though, what programs do you use for your music, man?
Well, I just wanted to say I actually started making music with that program, that music generator on the PlayStation. I saved up all my money. That was my first studio, really.
Yeah.
I got the program. I want to make house. I want to make techno. I want to make drum and bass, trance, and I did it all on my PlayStation on that program. And I remember we would even have beat battles in my neighborhood. And these kids, I'd go and these kids would use the presets that like already came, like the stock presets in the game, the loops, and they just stack them up. And I would go in there and I'd actually go in and put each instrument and make like a badass techno track, like in 5 minutes right there in front of everyone, and blow everyone's mind. Like, so actually that's where I got my first start was with that program. And with the PlayStation, video games again. So that game changed my life. Really
my friends wouldn't believe me that I had done that music because that program was so good. It was so easy, and so because it was easy to just put, I want a snare here, like for the rest of the song, whatever, because it was easy to just grab, copy, paste, and do shit. And then there was even vocal samples in the fucking game.
Yeah.
So it was cool, man, because one of my favorite DJs is DJ Tiesto, and I could make music like him. Maybe not completely original because all of this is like presets, but I mean you could pretty much do whatever. And I saw I remember back in those times, I saw some people that did like crazy ass shit with his program, and I don't know if people still use it, because I think they could still use it, you know, and just, you know, layer on with other programs. But yeah, that's fucking cool, dude.
You know, I really can't remember the whole movement that came out of Japan, and I think it's around this time that you guys are talking about that everybody was using the Game Boy. I can't remember what that shit was. I think it was on Noisy. But yeah, it's really strange how video games started not just to influence music, but to create music. And then, you know, now you have whole subgenres. Like, I know people try to do like nerdcore and all this stuff, but I really think Gamble, and this is why I talk about you specifically, because it doesn't sound like it's just a placation, it's just a fan service. You know, you're not just playing something, you're actually making some sort of beat, you're actually creating a storyline. I know each one of the Continue series has a whole bunch of different like arcs, if you will. Like, you know, you have the Through the Journey, or what's the one with the fucking wizard on it? That one was really dope. I remember that one just comes on randomly. I'll be like, who's this? And it's you. And you're just like popping out randomly. I'll be like, oh shit, it's fucking Gamble coming out. But so besides the video game stuff,
like, right now what I use is pretty much the MPC is like my mother brain of everything. I got the new MPCX right here.
Right in your dungeon.
Over here behind me, I got the SP404 up there, and I got the turntable. I got my synthesizer, and I got a keyboard underneath that right there, and pretty much thousands of records that I haven't even heard, and I'm just constantly going through. And yeah, this is the artwork that you were talking about. That is it's a video game poster, bro. I forget, Lord something. It's on the Neo Geo. It's a really good one.
But I mean, okay, that's the thing with Gambo. Like, I've been over to his house multiple times. It's random stuff. Happy anniversary, you and Ruby, baby. You guys been together 22 fucking years. But yeah, I mean, I've been for those things, and you go into his house, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to pass Metal Slug with no kills. Just give me like 10 minutes and see how far I get. And you're like sitting there like, fuck, like, you don't want to say nothing because he's on like 64 fucking level Centipede. And Centipede sucks after like fucking 10 anyways. And like this fool over here, he's fucking digging. So yeah, I appreciate you, mijo. Love the video game thing. I appreciate all that shit you do. But besides that, I mean, how many projects do you have right now? Be honest, because I know you. You're probably like on 20 fucking things right now. Especially during quarantine.
Actually, that's true. I've been taking advantage of the quarantine to go back and send my stuff to the distributor. That way, all my old albums, because like I have over like 25 albums that are. So I'm gonna move them from Bandcamp, put them on everything. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, so everything. And then I'm also looking into releasing more music that I have thousands of tracks that are just sitting on my computer, and I don't want them to rot away. And I'm making album compilations for those. So I'm just really like right now I'm digging in the vault. And just trying to get everything out there, taking advantage of this time at home. But I'm also still making music, and I'm a little bit more meticulous. So like I'm very careful now on how kick beat is cutting through the mix, and and the placement of like the hi-hat versus the snare, and really trying to perfect mixing right now. And right now I've been working on one track for 3 weeks. Before I'd make a track in one night. One night, sit down, in an hour it was done. Now it's just like how can I make this better? And I'm just trying to improve myself and constantly get better. I'm involved with a lot of artists. I have a lot of projects with friends from El Paso. I got my buddy Wise Weapon. Yeah. And me and Wise Weapon have our own albums. We're collabing with War 2 from Las Cruces. Mm-hmm. That's the War Weapon project. They're funny on Facebook. They got the memes basically. Yeah. They got a meme campaign to go along with the music, and it's pretty funny. And then I've got my buddy Rencho from Phoenix.
Yeah, Rencho. Shout out Rencho.
Yeah, he's a little bit more of a spiritual rapper on a positive note. I'm also working with my brother-in-law. who has sat in the studio with me for 20 years. You know, he's been in the back, right?
No shit, man. No shit.
Today, you know, to step up. So he has a new album up there.
Oh shit!
Murphy. Yeah. So shout out to him. We push each other a lot, and I'm also right now I'm involved with a new studio that I helped build and that I helped my friend open, Beanolog. So we opened a studio in behind the Arby's on Montana in that shopping center.
Yeah.
Next to Zoot Suits. So we worked hard, slaved for a month to open it, and then we got a month in there, and then this quarantine started. So we kicked out of our own studio. Basically, we can't go back and work. You know, we're paying for this.
Is that really what happened? They fucking you've been mandated. You can't open it up even for technical shit.
No, we can't go over there.
What the fuck? Wow.
Go.
So okay, well, you know, you heard it here first how it's really affecting all the homies here in El Paso. Is that, you know, quarantine is cutting deep right now because what are we in? A fucking month, 2.5?
Yeah, a month, 2.5.
Dude. And things are just gonna get worse if we don't fucking stay home.
Exactly.
Shout out Mother's Day.
And I have projects on there. I've been helping my friends make music and all kinds of people, and everyone's seeing. I'm taking a new role from the producer. I'm now being an engineer, and I'm helping producers make their own music. And I'm not stepping in the way. I'm recording them. I'm tweaking the sound to my taste. But, you know, I'm basically just helping other people produce their own music. And I've got some paid gigs, you know, waiting that are just sitting on the table. There's albums there in that studio that I've helped produce. Just sitting
that's
there.
Crazy. Yeah,
and
that's fucking crazy,
making us
man.
money right now.
So look.
We still gotta, you know, pay the rent. So, I mean, it's all up in the air right now. I'm hoping that, you know, we have a studio to go back to.
I mean, as soon as we just fucking, you know, like if we stay home, if we don't fucking do all the socializing and shit, I miss it too. But we'll go back to things normal, you know, like being normal and it more sooner than later, I guess. What I mean to say. But I wanted to throw something out there to you. It's an idea I had for a long time, and I don't care, like it's been in my head for a long time, but I've never had the people to do it. But I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea for 3 artists in El Paso especially. And then when Sucio showed me your music, I thought you'd be pretty perfect for this. But it's I wanted to do this thing where you got 2 drummers, right? 2 different kinds of drummers. So you would have me, and then you would have somebody that's, I guess, like more metal or whatever, right? And then in the middle, there'd be a DJ. So that'd be you, if you would ever want to do this, but it'd be you. And then we would do like, if it was like Mortal Kombat. So basically, you would be making the music, but to the tracks of Mortal Kombat, like fucking characters, you know what they have. And then basically when the show starts, we have like a screen in the middle or a projector or whatever, and it basically just goes fight, you know. And then like one drummer plays to the beat of the DJ, and then the next drummer plays to the beat, you know. And then at the end of the fucking, I guess, of the song, people can like fucking see who won, kind of thing, you know. Like it's like a Mortal Kombat fucking video game thing, but with like live music. And I think that I always thought that'd be fucking cool, but like I can never find anybody. So I'm a lone drummer there, just like stuck with a fucking idea, and I'm just like,
well, okay, now that you put it into the ether, obviously now it's Night Trap Think Tank, and welcome to the new episode of fucking this is what happens when you do a bunch of cocaine and drink beers and like you're hanging out with your homies and you're like, we're gonna do some fucking Mortal Kombat, bro. Shit, dog. Anyways, that's a great fucking idea, man.
Cause that'd be cool, dude, and like take the fucking arcade machine and like have it there or whatever, you know. Cause that shit weighs like 3 pounds. It's fucking light. Like you can fucking grab that thing. Not this one. This one's like a ton, but I think that that'd be cool, especially hearing your music, which you make your own, like beats to it and like all that stuff. I think that like that'd be cool because when I thought of this, it was at the height of the fucking dubstep, which is it has a weird, it doesn't really have a consistent beat. It has more of a like up tempo, low tempo kind of thing, but I don't know. It was just something I threw out there.
So,
but go ahead, Sucio.
Let me ask this though. I'm just gonna sideswipe you. What games are you playing right now, Gamble?
I just played. Let's see, Crackdown. Remember Crackdown?
Wow. Yeah. That's a little gem for sure.
Did you play the third one?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one. The first one and the second one are free.
Yeah.
They're free right now on the Xbox, so you just
Well,
go online.
The third one is free too.
Oh, the creep doesn't like Xbox, fool.
I don't like it either, but I like Crackdown. So I love how I can do jumps, man. I have a fear of heights.
Yeah.
You can climb like 500 feet, and I'm just like on the edge of my seat.
Have you played Spider-Man for PS4?
The PS4. I just love GTA, man. I
Dude,
love GTA.
But the Spider-Man for PS4, the Spider-Man game for PS4 is fucking.
It'll suck you in. You feel like you're in a vacuum, man.
But it's fucking amazing, especially with the fear of heights thing that you said, dude. It's amazing with that shit.
Yeah.
I always hate that Assassin's Creed moment when you like jump the wrong way and you fucking feel like the camera angle shift and you're you freeze up a little, like you're gonna actually hit the ground. You're like, no. You gotta learn how to fucking unfreeze your shit. That way you don't break your leg.
Well, in Spider-Man, when you're falling, you can do like tricks and shit while you're falling. You can do backflips and like all this shit. It's fucking, it's crazy, dude.
Of course, you're fucking Spider-Man, bro. I would be doing those little moves all day. I would be just chilling on my couch, like sitting like that, right? All fucking with my dick out and one leg to the side, all fucking toddy. Anyways.
So I throw this question to all our guests because we kind of basically more or less are really based on fucking video games, as you can see for the logo. But but
we're not based on video games. We're based on shit talking.
Well, pop culture
to defenseless people who can't fucking defend themselves.
Fucking trolling. But what is your favorite video game ever, man?
Hey, I got an idea to throw out for you for a show.
Oh, all right.
You should get a Sucio to do an unofficial history of all the Godzilla series.
We already did.
We did that one already.
I knew it.
You see it up there? I don't know if you can see it, but it's Mecha Godzilla and like fucking right there.
Show him your tattoo, Doc. Show him your tattoo, because you're one of those dudes. Look at him. Look at him. He's got that shit all on his motherfucking hand.
We had to do it.
Because shout out Dr. Porn. We still miss you, Dr. Tres X. That's the homie Creep's cousin. He's also equally as he's one of the only other people that I know who likes Godzilla as much as I do and can go rip for rip in history and trivia. So yeah, shout out Dr. Porn. We miss you, homeboy. We love you, man.
It was a 2-hour episode, which is short for.
That's fucking cutting down like the 3-hour sessions of just driving around and going to Popeyes and shit.
And I played one of the best Godzilla games that there's out there for the Game Boy Advance too, and we have that video on the channel too. It's a fucking cool ass game, man. I used Mecha Godzilla, made it to the end.
Anyways, but yeah, we love suggestions, dog. We've done a lot of suggestions for people, especially like I think it really was. Now, what I really would like to do more is, and what was planned, but fucking quarantine, we were gonna have bands and stuff, and homies who were just gonna come by, but obviously we got stuck in this situation, and now, like this would be a situation where I would tell you like, oh, play some jams or do a thing, because if you ever seen Gambol live is amazing, dog. Like he's just a fucking guru, genius, wizard. Like that's why I respect all the stuff he does. I love you, Mijo. You're a homie. I'm homie.
Thank you, brother.
So let me see.
Yeah, we go back.
Can you answer that question then? What is your favorite video game ever, man?
I think he said GTA, no?
Oh man, GTA's got to be up there. Chrono Trigger, bro.
Oh wow. Oh wow. All right,
Chrono
all right.
Trigger.
Let me get 40 cat foods, homie.
Yeah, no, Chrono Trigger. I mean, dude, I love Mario Maker.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
And I can just watch, the pros play that forever. I'm not that good at it, but I mean, it combines all the best things of Mario. Mario's definitely like probably my favorite all time.
Yo, it says we're gonna disconnect in like a few minutes, so if we do, I'll just send another code.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, Mario Maker is fucking amazing, and I like the people that actually make music with Mario Maker. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I've sampled that one too, and yeah, like a lot of my projects, like I've sampled like Chrono Trigger has like the greatest soundtrack I think of any video game ever. Like the guy who composed it went crazy. He went crazy.
Yeah.
He lost his life, like, and he quit. He called it. He quit. Get another come in and finish the soundtrack.
Do you watch the Did You Know Gaming channel now?
Oh, which one?
Did You Know Gaming?
Oh yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they talked about what you're talking about on Chrono Trigger. Like, yeah, I remember.
Cool. I need to see that.
Yeah, that one's cool, dude.
And I think like with the video game music, like it's so nostalgic, and like if you love like beats and stuff, like you get so hyped up, it kind of does make you go crazy, and like you trip out. Like people come in my studio, and we don't even it'll be people that don't even smoke weed, and they'll be fucking tripped. We trip because of the energy of creativity.
Yeah.
And they'll leave here just feeling energetic and tingly, and they can't explain it, and it's from the energy of the music.
Check it out, man.
And
before you finish, before I forget, I'm sorry, I don't want to like interrupt you.
It's gonna cut out in like 2 seconds.
No,
but don't get interrupted.
But before I fucking forget, dude, there's this game. If you want to feel like nostalgic with something new, there's this one game. I don't know. Do you have the Switch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's this game called The Messenger. Have you played it?
Oh.
No?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. The Messenger, it looks like Ninja Gaiden, right?
Okay.
But it takes you through 8-bit, through 16-bit. It goes into a Metroidvania kind of game. And the music is amazing. And that music is made by that guy that I told you, Rainbow Dragon Eyes. And
oh, cool.
But that game takes you back throughout the time of like the 90s and like early 2000s in the video game, dude. While playing it, it just becomes into all these different things, and it's an amazing game, dude. You should play it. It's called The Messenger.
I know which one it is. I do like that game, man. It looks awesome. But like one of the things that I trip out on is a lot of people who love gaming like us. They like listening to the Continue series because it just gets you in the zone. Like people that I've met throughout my time making beats, they say like speed running. They're trying to speed run and they're trying to get like that new PB, and they're just trying over and over again. And sometimes it gets repetitive. Well, if you put on a Continue series, something with 30 tracks, you can just play there for a few hours, and you're just listening to beats, just getting lost and going deeper, with your own video games, or even partying, tripping out. So like I invite you guys to check out some more of it. I'm actually gonna start working on an intro for you guys. I got some ideas. I want to do something like the Sonic intro sound. I was playing Sonic, and just the way it sounded in the intro, I can sample it. It won't sound like it, but
yeah.
I want to use that. So actually, today's my day off, so I finally got some time to be here, and I was gonna start working on that for you. So
I think
you should be seeing them.
Hey, mijo, shout out. Thank you for that, mijo.
I think Sonic.
I got mad love and respect for you. Like, it's true. If you go to this man's studio, because I remember like when you were working on it. I remember when you were just you're like, oh yeah, we're in the back fucking painting and shit. Like we don't even want to go back there right now. But yeah, you go into that studio and you feel the swell. You feel the swell of energy come out of that fucking place. Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, the lab. Gabe has one of the best labs, period, in El Paso right now. I could challenge anybody to go to that fucking lab. You're gonna come out sounding like a fucking star. That's for damn sure. I'm not even lying.
I like that you're doing it to the Sonic too, because Sonic is one of the jazziest of the you know, like the video game kind of soundtracks. One of my favorites though is Castlevania. Is like any of those fucking soundtracks are fucking cool as shit. I don't know if you've done anything with that, but
I have.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a listen to that shit.
Yeah.
So,
well, how good are you guys at Street Fighter? When we come out of quarantine, and I challenge you to a duel in Street Fighter.
Show up to Love Bus, dog. I'm always there. I'm always there holding down the fucking Love Bus, dog. You don't even know. I got a challenge motherfuckers that go through perfects and do all that shit. That shit's rough, dog. Yeah, we'll do some Street Fighter. We got all types of shit on there. We're gonna do the oldest, shittiest fucking games of all time, and that's where the real motherfuckers shine.
And you know,
fucking bottle tap.
I hooked this shit up so that we could record the gameplay. So like we can't even record the matches, dude, if you want. so that there's fucking proof.
Yeah.
But
that's gonna be out of quarantine series called Bragging Rights. Where we're gonna invite people over and we're gonna fucking get drunk and see who's really good at Street Fighter.
I have to win everything, bro. I'm the whole. Just kidding.
Yeah. You see, it's always the same thing with you. It's always the same.
I'll let you win the first time.
Yeah. I retire after that. No.
Hey, did you guys ever hear a rumor that Michael Jackson helped produce the music for Sonic 3?
It was true.
It's true?
It was.
It came out to be true. He said it like it was true. It got released, but when he passed away. He
didn't do it because I think that something happened where he didn't like the direction where they were going with it. I don't think he liked that the way it sounded. Like he didn't like the fucking basically the program or whatever they were using, which kind of the Sega is one of the worst ones. Because it has a lot of like really loud noises that just like peak and then they sound like
metallic.
Shit. Yeah.
Metallic.
So he didn't like that, so he backed out. But they did keep some of his like ideas in it. So I guess Sonic does have sprinkling of Michael Jackson in there.
It does. It really does. And you can line them up. You can like. There's a video on YouTube where they line them up. You know, they show like the Sonic track and then they'll play the part of the Michael Jackson track, and it's spot on, man. It even has like his vocal progressions and everything, and that's cool. Like I trip out on that a lot.
He came back swinging. Anyways, welcome back to the Night Trap podcast.
You came back doing it, yeah, dude. Look, these are the games that I would love. Hey, don't tell me you wouldn't.
No, he can't even hear us.
Yeah, what up?
Yo, what up, baby?
You need to do music. You need to do music for these 3 games.
Look at him.
Yeah.
You gotta say it out loud.
Wow.
So you have to understand something about the Chreep is that his rents used to own a video store, so a lot of those shits are like straight off the video store shelf with the little packages, because he used to always get this promo shit. That's why he loves all that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you went to the video store, but it was called Videomatic. Nobody fucking remembers it. I remember it because I fucking lived in that place. But
he actually lived in the back. It's not a fucking. It's like a Chinese,
it's not a joke, bro.
Like the Chinese family that lives in the back, like they fucking.
Wow.
So anyway, where did we left off? Fuck, dude.
We were doing the math. We were challenging each other. We were having a pissing contest and all types of fucking shit because we're all a bunch of fucking alpha nerds and everybody has to sit here and talk about Sonic 3 because of course we all know everything. Every man, if the man killed himself, all that other shit. How dare you, fuckers?
Once this shit is over, dude, I'm gonna have a huge fucking party here with the arcades and shit. You can play. Awesome. You can play some of your music. It'd be cool, dude.
Oh man, I'm gonna hold you up.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
You heard it here first. This is definitely a fucking think tank of Night Trap Podcast. I'll tell you what, because we record some episodes and it's like gentle reminiscing about the past, or it's like fervent anger about some sort of topic that we're sitting here yelling about. But this is actually one of the nicer ones where we're actually saying some nice things. Good
Instead
job.
of being all negative and shit.
Yeah. Fuck all that. I'm tired of that negativity.
So, okay.
I'm already as negative as it is, though. Don't get me started, bro.
I don't know if you saw it or if you were a fan, but Star Wars Racer was supposed to come out like yesterday and it didn't. Bunch of douchebags.
No way.
Yeah, they're like they said it was gonna be released for the Switch, and they just like delayed it. The day it was supposed to come out, it didn't, and they just were like, "Oh, we're delaying it." And I was like, "Ah, fuck you."
So let me ask you this, Gambo, because of what's happening. What are the things that you miss that have been pushed back? Video game, music, festival, I don't give a fuck what, just going out to the fucking movie. What's the number one thing that you right now are like that we're looking forward to that got pushed back a little bit?
I mean, just the income. Like, I work for I deliver trash cans for the city, but I'm an Uber driver too,
Yeah.
And I can't Uber no more, I don't want to risk it. And even the shows, I had several. I had a good season, bro. I had like 5 gigs, paying gigs, bro, and like, all of them fell through. And I had the best season ever for gigs, and I can't believe that this happened. I really can't. Like, it was like the worst thing ever. So I mean, the income, bro. Like, I can't, I can't go out and get that extra cash, man. I was just starting to make money doing what I love. Like, it was like a new beginning for me, and that all just got thrown to the wind.
Well,
and of course, like,
hopefully this is like a pause button, and then we can continue all this shit in 2021. I
have 3 kids, man, and they've been, I've been chilling here with them, but I gotta say, like, I've been having a blast going through the old school video games, busting out the dust, off the Nintendo games, and going through the old DVDs. Like, priceless to me, kind of, in a way.
Doing this shit, Daddy, why doesn't it work? wait, give it a chance.
Shout out to the kids, mijo. Shout out to everybody over at your crib. I know personally that this has been a very productive time for me, and the same way with you. Like, I had a year plan, business wise, going out of town for work, working at some pretty high-end things, I was about to go salary in the production company that I'm a part of, and it's just like, not just that, but like, we had a bunch of big guests that were coming through. We had a bunch of big fucking for EP Culture Beat, because shout out, Mickey too, like you know that other homie too. But it's like, we had a bunch of stuff planned here, and it's weird because it's been a setback for sure. It's been a setback, but my time at home has been super productive. I cleaned a whole bunch of shit out, and now I read, because I'm a writer, and I've been fucking constantly putting off writing because I'm one of those people that I don't want to release something because then it doesn't belong to me anymore. And that you make albums and shit where it's like, you don't want to release something because then it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the world, and I'm so protective about it.
I'm still waiting for Sucio Sexy Stories Part 2, bro.
Hey, bro, that's gonna be for the OnlyFans, Night Trap OnlyFans.
50 Shades of Sucio.
But I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm already halfway done with one of the novels I've been working on. I'm working on so much other shit that I haven't been this productive in years.
Dude,
maybe 10 years personally, dog. I mean, I'm not even.
Wow.
I'm not, because
50 Shades of Dirt by Sucio. There you go. You can have that one for free.
50 Shades of everybody's mom's fucking pillow talk.
Oh my god. Dude, hey, I'm just grateful that this shit, if it were to happen at any time, I'm grateful it happened in these times where we can do this, where we have all of this.
Absolutely.
You know, like,
That's
because
not even...
if it would have happened in the 90s, dude, I've already killed myself. Not even fucking joking, dude.
I probably killed somebody else.
It's the LA riots.
Dude, like, so I'm grateful at least that we get to enjoy media, social media, old video games, new video games,
Yeah.
without leaving
And you know,
our
homies,
home.
I think this has been really like the whole classroom thing with kids. I think people were, we grew up in the AOL chat room days. I know everybody's around the same fucking age, but it's like, I think people are rediscovering that situation where it's like, you're gonna get 10 people and everybody's like talking shit at the same time, and it's funny. You know, I've been watching a lot of like charity stuff or podcasts that people have been doing. I'm like, that's funny because you know, in real life, you don't have to wait your turn. Really, everybody's just like poking at each other and like jibbing and, you know, just laughing. But it's so difficult to do it now. But now it's almost like we can dedicate some real time to listening to a person talk, like my little bullshit rant in these last fucking 2 minutes. But yeah, like, you know, now it's definite. Like you have to listen. I think it's making people listen again. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I think that's where like Nintendo's fucking up by not releasing that Star Wars game, because this is the time that we are like really gonna, you know.
Fuck, all right, there it is.
He's coming.
Go, mijo, go, mijo, go. We're rooting for you.
Enjoy.
Push through.
He's almost there. Push through the OD, homie. Sorry, it's because you slowed down like crazy. I'm sorry.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
You're back.
Start it over again. All right. It's because Nintendo, we didn't pick none of that shit.
Yeah.
That they fucked up by not releasing Racer.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people too, like, there's been a lot of stuff that's been pushed back, movies and stuff, and, you know, like, just go straight to Netflix, you know, you'll make your 20 mils, you know.
That's what this man was saying too,
is that
this man was saying is like, I thought a bunch of movies were gonna release directly to digital, and you know, you were gonna let the fucking people decide whether a movie was gonna be a #1 movie by them fucking buying it at home. And now it's like, oh no, we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna hold everything back for sale. Like, you're stupid, bro.
But that's because that was because of the movie theaters, dude. Because the movie theaters, you know, because they did that whole Trolls releasing on day. The movie theaters were like, oh yeah, well, we're not gonna put any of your movies once it's open on our theater. So like, everybody's now scared of releasing shit, dude. Because I think that the next one that's coming out is like that Scooby-Doo movie. I think it's coming out on VOD like immediately.
That had no chance to begin with. That shit's stillborn right now, bro. That's just like the original Sonic movie.
The first one?
Yeah.
The first version.
I want to see that one, dude.
I want to see that shit.
Give me back old Sonic.
Yeah, give me back the first Sonic.
You know,
the new Sonic.
You know how they're gonna release to the fucking the Schneider cut of the Justice League, dude, because you know he had to leave or whatever.
You know what? Everybody always tries to give fucking Zack Snyder a chance with the 5-hour extended cut Watchmen with the fucking Black Freighter, and with, you know, even the fucking the Dawn of the Dead remake had a director's cut that had slightly different fucking scenes. Like, why do we have to do this to this man? Like, let him do his 5-hour fucking movies so we don't fucking sit here and say that the Justice League sucked, because that's what happens. Like, it takes him like 4 hours to completely resolve a storyline. Like, there's no way like that.
It's so dog shit.
Yeah. You have to fucking let me explain everything to you, bro, so you understand exactly what I'm telling you.
Did you see that? Did you see that meme that was like, instead of Happy Mother's Day, it was Happy Martha's Day? All of our mothers are Martha. Dude.
Oh no, I saw a lot of Mothra's one, but I think because you're more on a DC algorithm and I'm more on a Godzilla algorithm. But that's
because of the whole I hate the Dark Knight thing.
Oh yeah, he put that he hates the Dark Knight to troll one of his homies or whatever, and then he fucking got all this like rapid hate, and then he's like I'm just gonna change it so it says Garbage Pail Kids and all these people are defending me. So I'm like, yeah, do it, bro. Just tell that fool you don't like him, dog. Just tell that fool you don't want to be his friend. Like, you don't have to talk shit about the Dark Knight, homie. You don't gotta bring Christopher Nolan into it. He's one of the only people that actually does okay movies.
Hey man, I'm
What's
like
the last time you saw a real shitty Christopher Nolan film?
I'm like fucking Cronenberg, dude. I like to fuck with you, you know, on a mental state first, and then.
Oh no.
No, I'm just being stupid, dude. I just like to see all the drama that happens.
and now 10 minutes of Sucio ripping his fingernails out.
So
what's the worst Cronenberg you've seen? Really, like what's the bad one? Is there a bad Cronenberg movie?
I mean, depends on your level of like fucking, you know, of disgust, you know, like getting disgusted by weird shit, I guess.
Well, so what is it like? It's like Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch is weird, right? Cronenberg did that.
I mean, he's done a lot of weird fucking shit that like is disturbing, but not necessarily bad. It's just weird.
I think that if you can trip out to Gamble's music and have a good time, you can trip out to Cronenberg's music and have the opposite time. Yeah. You're gonna completely fucking have the most work. Like, you know, I know some of the stuff that Gamble releases is super chill. I mean, I've heard you play everything. What's the one thing you don't play? Tell me. Like, what's the one genre you don't play? Because I can't think of one. Oh shit!
What about reggaeton?
No, I'm sure he makes some reggaeton.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure of it.
Like right now, like I'm you know, I'm getting older, so I want to do two things. I either want to chill, real kick back and just lean back, or I want to party. So that's like the music is chill.
It's one extreme or the other.
That's basically it.
There's that's the way you should live your life, quite frankly.
There's no in between. Just chill, party.
I think the Dalai Lama said that.
So what is your favorite video game movie? Not counting the first Sonic.
Oh man.
And don't say Super Mario Brothers.
Video game.
Are you saying nobody
Super
likes the Mario
Brothers?
Brothers?
Yeah.
They do, but I don't think it's based on Mario Brothers.
The one that comes to mind
is
the Doom movie.
The first Doom?
I really like the Doom movie. Yeah, the first one with
The Rock.
Yeah, that one was.
I like he's all punching the dudes like pow, pow, like shotgun.
Well, and it starts with a first person. Do you remember too? Like.
Yeah, it ends with that too, and they kept it true to the original concept of the whole game. You know, they really did. They honored the whole series and stuff. That one was really dope.
Well, I mean, I think nowadays most video games are movies. You know, you're playing an interactive experience that's not. I mean, how many times have you put the controller down because it's a 20-minute fucking cutscene, and you know for a fact that it's like this is the best fucking cutscene in the whole game, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and should watch this shit.
Yeah, and that's the future of entertainment. I think movies are going to be obsolete. It's not going to be just video games. Like you're going to interact with your protagonists and stuff, and you're going to be able to play them. But my other favorite one is I love the Angry Video Game Nerd movie.
Oh, you saw it? I downloaded that a long time ago. I think I saw it once.
He's my favorite, man. I literally watch him like 24/7 sometimes.
Well, I like the old episodes more than the new ones because he's kind of running out of like shitty games. So like the shitty games that he plays are not nostalgic to me because I've never played them, you know. But I watch his Mike and fucking James Mondays. I watch all that shit. Did I watch it all too? And I've been a big fan of him too from like fucking like 10 years ago, even more probably, dude. But he's one of my favorite YouTubers too. And he's done some pretty cool fucking episodes and really funny too. I don't think that Mike Matei is as funny, but
he's not as funny, but he's the one that's good at the games. He's better than James.
Well, he plays the games for the Angry Video Game, like the footage. It's Mike's playthrough.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that James is like not that good at it or whatever.
He's only angry because he sucks ass. He's like, but this game isn't that bad once you get used to it, bro. It's all good.
So you're a super fan of AVGN. What's your favorite AVGN episode? Let me tell you mine first, so that like we don't fucking just to see if But mine is the fucking Bugs Bunny, the celebration episode. That one was fucking hilarious, dude.
I think that was like my number 2. My number 1's the Mario, the Mario 3.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
Where
Nah, man, not again.
Oh no.
he says that Mario 3, that's why it's so popular. Yeah, I don't know. That one's really good.
I'm gonna
don't cut out.
It kind of cut out. Are you still there?
All right.
Yeah,
I'm here.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
I heard you. The Super Mario 3 one. I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I was like, which one is that? Because he has a shitload of episodes, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you I think you hit the nail on the head where you said that he's running out of shit to talk about. But I remember him talking about Godzilla. He's one of the only people that really did a good Godzilla coverage for people back in the day.
Yeah,
I remember watching it and being like, okay, like now I'm gonna have to research things.
That was the Monster Madness episodes of Godzilla that he did. Those are pretty good, and I like that he compiles the whole season in one video too, so you could just put it in the background.
Well, one time I had a party here in my house, a little friends gathering, and we're all drinking, partying. I put on that episode, and Sucio was there. So and then Sucio like narrated the whole Monster Madness Godzilla thing and gave me like all the background, like all the side like facts, with like the side chaining of stories. It was like the most interesting like night ever.
Look, what Mecha Godzilla
Thank you,
is
Michael.
this?
I appreciate that.
What movie is this? Is this one from, Sucio?
That's Showa. That's the Showa Godzilla. That's Show Mecha.
From what movie though?
Terror of Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, there you go. You see, he didn't even know that. I just like put it out on here.
That's the second version that the cockroaches built that one. It's because
I don't like the fat one.
There's 3 different aliens that come to Earth. The ones from Mars, the ones that are giant apes, and then the ones that are cockroach people. So, like, I mean, that's the cockroach people. Oh, now he's mad. Oh, now he's reaching his toy. Look at him.
No, I'm telling you.
Go get it.
Because it's a fat one. Nah, he's like stuck. I don't want to move it because the fucking Virtual Boy is gonna like fall, and I don't want that shit to fall.
You put the Virtual Boy up there?
Yeah, it's right there. Look at that shit.
I'm trying to fuck. I can't even zoom in on you in this motherfucking scene.
Well, it's
all
right,
whatever.
It's right there.
Fuck the Virtual Boy. I puked the last time I played that shit.
You're gonna get a headache.
I felt like Lawnmower Man.
You're supposed to play it for like 5 minutes at a time, bro. Don't overdo it.
Bro, that's like telling the sun not to shine, baby.
Well,
like, you're telling me to play for 5 minutes? Fuck
it's hard to find one that works, especially here in El Paso. So I want to take care of that shit. That's why I don't want it to fall. So I'm like,
dude,
what? But
I've completed multiple games on the original green and gray Game Boy. Like this close to my face like the original Legend of Zelda, the original Final Fantasies that are like remakes of that shit that are actually pretty good. Like, and I remember being like, oh, this hurts my fucking face, like eyes watering. It's like a fucking medieval torture. I'm in fucking Clockwork Orange. Like,
there's one RPG that's fucking awesome for the Game Boy, for the original one. That is the 007 James Bond is called, like that. That one's fucking badass, dude.
Oh, really?
An RPG?
Yeah, it's an RPG. It's an RPG where, like, you go around. You're 007, and like it's a 007 fucking story and shit. And you actually have to kill like people, kind of like Hitman style, by like going behind walls and like shooting them through like little peepholes and shit. That game is very underrated, but I remember finishing that game when I was a kid. I need to talk about it now, like in a fucking episode.
I've never heard of that shit ever. So yeah, that's perfect. Like me and this man always argue about what episodes to do, and it's always like, do the fucking the randomest shit. Like, let's not do about the coolest shit. Let's do the randomest ass shit, because it's like the randomest. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember that shit at all. How dare you? Now I'm mad. Now I'm
yeah, we're not gonna do it.
How about, have you played Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?
Yeah, we have it here.
It's on that fucking thing back there. We always get down to it too.
Yeah, we have it here.
Metamorphic Force. Like, I mean, I'm a big fan of the the cooperative beat 'em
'em
ups
ups.
because it's just you know, it's always been my dream to have the 6-player X-Men in my house.
I'm telling
That's
you,
still my goal.
if we bring Gambo here to do the party, he's not gonna fucking play because he's gonna be playing this shit like all night.
He'll play. No, you can't
I'm
stop
have
Gamble from playing. You don't know him, man. Like he'll be like, "Hey, bro, can I go up and play?" Like, yeah, go ahead. Like he'll literally walk up to a fucking stage like, hey,
1-on-1, dude.
Go ahead, dude.
Can you just put your DJ set next to it so that we can fucking do both?
Yeah,
That's
actually,
perfect.
that was my idea. One time I had a gig at Iconic Records in Las Cruces, and they got their arcade there. Yeah, they got their arcades there, and I did my gig. I played my set, you know, my hour set, and I got in the arcade and I passed Rastan, dude. I passed that shit, dude.
Well,
this
shit has 1,300 video games, dude. So
Rastan?
It's probably there. I'm not even gonna fucking.
And
we
only major thing I
my
think
favorites.
I think the only thing that's really missing in there is like Splatterhouse or something. That's the only one that we don't have.
Well, in Mortal Kombat, it didn't have it, but we have it on this machine now. So, but we have a new one. We have a new one too.
Because this shit just came to my fucking mind. What does your name mean? Why Gambo? Like, I mean, I've known you for years and I've never asked you this.
The name? Well, Israel gave me the name.
Shout out
Israel
Top Boy. Shout out my Top Boy #1.
Yeah, me and him we were making beats and sending them to Peanut Butter Wolf, and we didn't want to put Gabriel and Israel. We didn't want to put that, so we were trying to decide for the longest on a name. He got a dictionary. He said, "Bro, whatever I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna put my speaker down. Whatever it is, that's the name."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay." He opens it up and he, what is it? Gamble. I'm like, "Okay, what does it mean?" He says, "To dance around gaily."
Oh shit, that's fucking beautiful, man.
Like,
I can't believe that's the best origin story I've ever heard in a very, very long time.
It could have gone wrong, dude. What if he opened it and it was on Sphincter, dude? Like, we're talking to Sphincter today. I don't know, dude.
Well, we would have been Sphincter.
That's hilarious.
I know, right? But by chance, that's how it happened. And
I'm pretty sure Sphincter is taken.
Yeah, it's probably already taken. Like 10 guys already have that name.
It's like me with. Go for it, dude. Go for it.
So like, it was me and my buddy's like group name, and then everybody called him Gamble. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm Gamble, you know. I kind of stole it from my buddy. He still holds a grudge against me for that.
Damn.
So yeah, that's how he did it.
So that's
he's like, really to dance around gaily.
Oh wow,
yeah, that's the truth.
That's perfect, dude.
Yeah, I think we should end on that note because we covered a lot of stuff with you, mijo, and I like I said, I appreciate you on so many levels, creatively, as a friend. You know, you're involved in so many actual artistic stuff. When I talk about underground El Paso stuff, you know, you're one of the people that I really, really, really want to represent. I love you, mijo. I think you're the shit. Thank you for being on the show, Papa. Fucking, when this shit's over, you know what we're gonna do. Look out for the continue series. Please shout out all that stuff. I can't wait to hear the new Night Trap thingy that you bring up. Please tell us everywhere where you're at. Please tell us everything again. Please.
Just look me up, Gamble Music, GAMBOL, and I also go by Ancient Curses. That's my house and techno alias. That's what I'm putting everything under that, and also like a bunch of like native influenced music. And you know, follow her and keep with all my stuff and tune in, blaze it up when you listen to my music. You know, and if you don't, you're gonna you're gonna get high anyway. I smoke so much weed, it comes through the music. You're gonna get fucked up anyway.
Fucking beautiful, dog.
So that's perfect. You should do a fucking one for this one. That's why I've been saying do some music for Toxic Crusaders for Nintendo because it's fucking badass.
Alright, I'll try to sample that.
But thank you for letting us into your house because you know into your freaking because like that's what we have to do nowadays, just let ourselves in each other's houses. But anyways, Go for it, dude.
Yeah, you guys are in my garage right now where I built the studio. Back here, I have a vocal booth.
Yeah. He's got that booth.
Yeah, I built all this, dude. You know, I built.
He's got the actual lab.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I got a lab. He's got the lab. The way
Yeah,
you got
it's
the
in my-
dungeon,
it's in my
he's got
garage.
his.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Thanks
mad
for
love,
having me, man.
mad respect, mijo. Stay sweet,
Hey,
don't
thanks,
change.
brother.
Have a great summer. Keep
Yeah.
in touch. Thank you, Night Trap. Thank you, Creep. Thank you, Gambol. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Stay home. Stay
All
safe,
right.
everybody.
All
Check
right,
us out.
thanks, Trap. I'm gonna take you up on that offer to on that Street Fighter contest, and also to stay at your show, man.
Oh,
Don't-
it's been said, baby. Oh,
Don't
it's
leave.
been said.
Don't leave. Let me end it. Don't leave. Just so that you can see me without my mask too, because I feel weird.
Okay.
but anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Sucio. Thank you, Gambo. Remember at Night Trap Podcast. Remember to like us on Facebook. All that shit. And we'll be back with some other guests, with some other shit. And maybe you're invited to the party, maybe not, whatever. But we'll see you later. Bye, bitches.
Stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch later.
Ah.